Thank you, thank you. And good morning, everyone. And welcome to this just wonderful event that we have planned for today. My name is Dr. Ernst Siebert from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences and Biological Environmental Sciences Department. And everyone would know me on campus by the name of Ernie. So that's what I go by. I don't wear a name tag. Somebody just told me that when you're around long enough, you don't need a name tag. We're here for a very, very wonderful occasion. We have some VIPs who will address this hall in this event. But first, to break the ice, the first thing I would like to say is I spent 6 years in the U.S. Air Force, and I was a meteorologist. And as we were planning for this event, automatically I went back in time knowing that anytime we were planning for an event in the Air Force, the weather people were the first one to be called to provide weather for the mission. And if the weather was good, we were heroes. If the weather was lousy and the mission didn't work, well, I don't have to tell you what they would call us, okay? But last week, when the A&M team and the Toyota team got together to plan this event, I said, we're going to have beautiful weather for this event. So therefore, my job is done. Okay? But unfortunately, we're going to go a little bit longer. I will not take too long here. The unfortunate aspect of putting me in front of a podium is that I'm looking at my watch and I'm saying, okay, I have 50 minutes to lecture, because that's what we do as professors. But nonetheless, this event represents the three-pronged mission of a land-grant institution. The fact that the mission of the institution is research, and you can see it around you. That's what the students are presenting today, their research work. Teaching, well, anytime the students begin to lecture somebody or begin to explain something to someone about their poster, they're actually practicing the teaching component. And the third mission of the land-grant institution is outreach. And this is what we're here for today, for this hour, outreaching to our community, to our surrounding community, with our industry and stakeholders who support the university. With that being said, I won't take any longer. I'll start to introduce one of our VIPs. For many of you, if you're new to Huntsville, in 2003, Toyota Manufacturing opened a plant here in Huntsville, Alabama. The official name for it is Toyota Motors Manufacturing Alabama, okay? And what do they do there? Well, they build engines mainly. They build V8, V6, four-cylinder engines for the Tundra, Tacoma, Sequoia, Highlander, Camry, RV4, and several. They even do engines for Ford vehicles, I believe, for other car companies. The plant has over 1,400 workers. They call them team members, team members. And the team has expanded, the plant has expanded many times since it's been there because of the flourishing of the business. Since they've been there, they've produced more than 710,000 engines. Those are the working ones. Some of them they send to be remelted in other places. Now, the person who's running that plant right now is with us, and that's Mr. David Fernandez. He operates everything on that plant. And I said to myself, when I'm going to mention his name, I also have to say, well, he and I have something in common. He's a Purdue person. I'm a Purdue person. Okay? So therefore, we see where lineage of success. Before he was appointed as the president to serve in this area, he was already a vice president in one of the other plants down in Kentucky. And as you know, Toyota has plants all across the nation. Okay? But he also served as the powertrain division manager. He started his career in 1988 as a group leader and general manager of the North American transmission business at Toyota Motor and manufacturing in Virginia, in West Virginia. Prior to Toyota, he was the manager of Rolls-Royce. Just the word that flows off your tongue. Rolls-Royce Aircraft Engine Corporation. So therefore, he's had experience in several different large Fortune 500 companies. As I said already, he's a graduate of Purdue University, and currently he's a board member of several programs here in groups here in the city of Huntsville. He is also a member of the Manufacturing Advocacy Council Committee of 100. So at this moment, I would like to present to you Mr. David Fernandez, President of Toyota Motor Manufacturing of North Alabama. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Siebert. I really appreciate the kind words. Good morning. Thank you for being with us here today. We want to share some exciting news about a new collaboration between Toyota and Alabama A&M University. So together, we created a student-led mobility initiative that aims to accomplish three things. So number one, to bring the university, the community, and the students together to address a local transportation need. Number two, to implement transportation solutions to more effectively connect people to education, jobs, and other opportunities. And number three, to expand usage of zero or low emission vehicles. Known as Project Clean Trip, this program is the first of a series of university-based mobility initiatives across the U.S. that Toyota plans to launch this year. And guess what? We're announcing the first one here today. So let me tell you about this project. So through the project, we'll engage our students with hands-on learning to address real-world problems. Participating students will collaborate with local residents to better understand their mobility challenges. This research will then be used to design, prototype, and implement the pilot program. Students will work with Toyota to learn the Toyota way in problem solving and also critical thinking skills. So by sharing knowledge and resources, we can help affect real change in our community. So Toyota has a long history partnering with Alabama A&M. We selected them for this project because of their focus on renewable energy, strong STEM programs, and a history of preparing well-qualified graduates, many of whom, I'm very proud to say, we call team members across our North America operations. So today, I want to announce an initial grant of $300,000 to fund Clean Trip Initiative. This includes scholarships for the students that will be accepted into this program. Toyota is committed to improving the quality of education by supporting innovative programs and building partnerships with organizations dedicated to STEM education. In turn, this type of effort helps develop our workforce. Not only is it important to Toyota and the advanced manufacturing industry, but also to keep Huntsville and the surrounding area moving forward as a leader in innovation, discovery, and high-growth careers. So let me tell you a little bit about a global campaign that we currently have at Toyota. It's called Start Your Impossible. We want to encourage people to challenge the status quo, to embrace the idea of limitless possibilities, and to put those ideas into action. Together, we create a more inclusive society in which everyone can take a challenge and overcome their impossible. So now I'm talking to the students that are here today. Are you ready? Students, are you ready to start your impossible? So thank you very much for your time today. We're very happy to be here.
President Fernandez will probably be hanging around probably a little bit longer so students can actually come and chat with him and find out how do you go from being there to here. And I'm sure he will give you some insight. Thank you, President Fernandez. Okay. Next to the podium, we're going to have our leader for this university, President Andrew Ugeni Jr. Dr. Ugeni is the 11th president of this 1890 institution, Alabama A&M University. He was formerly a president of another university down there at South Carolina State University. Dr. Ugeni earned a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics and Master's in Education in Mathematics from South Carolina State University. And he went on to complete his PhD at Michigan State University in Higher Education Institutional Research. I do have to congratulate the president that he was part of the Big Ten. Yeah. So, since the arrival of Dr. Ugeni at this university, he has accomplished significant headway for Alabama A&M University. He has strengthened the academic programs because now our accreditation with SACS and other accreditation institutions is up where they're supposed to be. He has brought in a negotiating process with the Department of Education, $96 million that has helped the university enhance its financial capability, and also right behind us to have a brand new student living facility just opened just a few months ago. The president also has increased enrollment, which is a key factor, initiative in his role here. He has a recruiting process whereby they travel in one of the beautiful A&M BTS buses across the state to recruit students. That has resulted in an increase of more than 5% increase in student enrollment in the university. He has increased funding, as I mentioned, but even more extramural funding coming from private donors. So just for the past number of years, since 2009, the president has enhanced the capability of Alabama A&M University. He and his beautiful wife, Mrs. Ugeni. Mrs. Ugeni is responsible for what's called the Beautification Committee on campus. So as you drive around, you see the beautiful flowers, you see the pond, the park by the pond. This is the doing of Mrs. Ugeni. So at this moment, I would like to bring to the podium our president, Dr. Andrew Ugeni. Thank you.
Good morning, and welcome to Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University. This truly is another great day on the Hill. We're pleased to have with us a number of persons that I'd like to recognize at this point. You will hear later from our mayor, Mayor Tommy Battle. I think there are also members of the council here, Councilman Keith and Councilman Culver, if you're here. We have Representative Laura Hall. Thank you for your presence here this morning. We have our Commissioner of Agriculture, John McMillan. Thank you, Commissioner, for being here as we have this historic event here at Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University. Thank you very much, David, for your presence, as well as the other team members with Toyota. We have representatives of our Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to ask that they stand, the Huntsville-Madison Chamber of Commerce. Would you please stand, and thank you for your presence here this morning. One of the partners that we will have with this, of course, will be the Edmonton Heights and the AAMU Community Development Corporation. Mr. Joseph Lee and others associated, would you please stand and be recognized at this point? Members of our President's Cabinet that are here, our dedicated faculty, our staff, alumni, retirees. We certainly want to thank Dr. Walker and Dr. Siebert for taking the initiative in this wonderful collaboration that we have. We've already acknowledged the First Lady of our university, and I certainly want to recognize and acknowledge the very best students that exist anywhere in this nation, the students of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Alabama A&M University and Toyota Manufacturing North Alabama, we have a history, as David has said, of working together. This project, Clean Trip, represents a continuation and a strengthening of that partnership. Here are some examples of partnerships that we've had with Toyota from the past. One is the closed-looped biodiesel program. This innovative program was featured by Toyota in its 2013 environmental report. And of course, you can view that on the website of Toyota. The project involved converting leftover cooking oil from dining facilities into biodiesel. And of course, it was demonstrated and built and demonstrated throughout the state of Alabama. That same year, 2013, Toyota initiated and donated the Prius vehicles to 22 of the HBCUs, including Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. That vehicle has now been replaced by the RAVE 4, which you will find parked on the outside. The good part about that vehicle is it's used by our admissions staff, and with that admissions staff, it goes throughout the state of Alabama and throughout the southern part of our nation. Toyota also engaged with our forestry program in the College of Agricultural Life and Natural Sciences. During their annual Green Day activities, one of our students in environmental sciences was selected for an internship, and she was given the opportunity both from a national and international experiences with Toyota. As mentioned previously, currently there are more than 25 individuals that are team members with Toyota, or they are co-opting with Toyota. Building upon our prior successful partnership, this Green Mobility University Challenge grant further expands our ongoing relationships with Toyota. It is an opportunity for our students to be directly engaged with Toyota, to probe the possibility of green mobility, transportation using clean technology, scholarships to accomplish those tasks will also be provided. Finally, Alabama A&M University has an economic impact of over $237 million on this region. This project will certainly enhance and increase that economic impact significantly. So thank you, Toyota, for partnering with Alabama A&M University. Thank you for providing scholarships to support our students. Thank you for investing in Alabama A&M University, and thank you for being good community partners. We know that this project's result will provide a prototype that will be replicated throughout this nation. Thank you.
Since we are recognizing all our VIPs, there's Councilman Mark Russell, if you're in the house. The next person to come to the podium is the Chief Executive Leader of the City of Huntsville. Now in his third term, Mayor Tommy Battle. He has dedicated his job, all the terms that he has served, of creating new jobs and trying to diversify the workforce here in North Alabama and Huntsville. Through his leadership, he has put together a coalition of regional leaders who are committed to recruiting industries. And all of us in this room know what's been happening lately here locally in the news. So say no more. He will talk about it. The mayor basically, his philosophy was that he would like to bring together all the brain power that exists in this community to increase the prominence of Huntsville in the United States. And it shows. It shows because this city has the highest job rating, the lowest unemployment practically in the state of Alabama, all due to the leadership of Mayor Battle. And since we're here today, we're talking about transportation. The mayor recently negotiated a $250 million five-year plan to be able to improve the roads of Huntsville and to make them ready for future usage. Now, the mayor was born in Birmingham, Alabama. We will not hold it against him that he graduated from University of Alabama. And he has served as a city council member. He was the finance chair for a number of years in that council. His career included several entrepreneurship undertakings. He's a businessman with nearly 30 years of community service here in Huntsville, Alabama. So at this moment, I would like to bring to the podium the Honorable Thomas M. Battle, Jr. We only know him as Tommy.
Announcements that are made like these that are made today are the reason that Huntsville was chosen on Tuesday to be the #7 best city in the nation. To be a best city, it takes great universities and it takes great corporate partners. And we have both of those coming together in today's announcement. To our partners at Toyota, thank you. The $300,000 grant is yet another example of why you are one of our greatest corporate partners. To Alabama A&M, it's a great day on the Hill, isn't it, Dr. Higgini? You know, A&M is one of the great anchor institutions that has served our community through research and providing a career-ready workforce. And Alabama A&M is the first recipient of this program, a program designed to bring mobility to citizens who need it the most in our community. When we recruited the Toyota Mazda plant, we were not just recruiting two of the most innovative manufacturers, we were recruiting two of the most innovative mobility companies. Mobility is redefining the auto industry. It's not just about your car, it's about what you do with it. Mobility facilities are a lot of things. It facilitates opportunity, allowing people to get to jobs or training. It facilitates quality of life, allowing travel to cultural events and healthcare around our city. But most importantly, it facilitates connections. Connections to each other, connections to our community. Toyota, again, thank you for this grant for Alabama A&M. We know that this is the first step in helping improve the lives of our citizens. You are a great corporate partner, and you are teamed with a great university. Thank you so much.
In every program, often there's a glitch. My phone is not pulling up a file that I was trying to pull up. And you know what that means. The next person to the podium will be Dean Lloyd Walker. He is currently the leader for the College of Agriculture, Life, and Natural Sciences. Dr. Walker did his undergraduate work in Jamaica and eventually came to the US to do follow-up study and graduate work at Prairie View A&M and moved on to Texas A&M. We won't hold it against him. To do his PhD in the area of food science and technologies. However, ever since Dr. Walker's been here, he has moved from being the lowly professors when you first hired and then have risen to the leadership position of dean of the college. He also served even at a higher level in the administration before he became dean as an assistant provost. Since his appointment as dean, the College of Agriculture has seen an increase in student numbers. Grants, the dollars for grants have increased. The college has become more visible nationally, internationally, more collaboration as we're seeing today. He was very active in the establishment of this Confucius Institute that we have here on campus. But also he's involved in many other international endeavors for the university, including work in Kenya, in Costa Rica. And then right now, he is spearheading this idea of moving into green energy with Toyota and the rest of the community. So at this point, I will ask Dr. Lloyd Walker to come and take the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. Well, my task here today is not that difficult. I just want to tell you a little bit of, give you a little bit of history as to how we came about getting this project here on this campus. You know, Dr. Siebert, sometimes he downplays his own involvement and even importance when it comes to some of the things that we do in college. I really want to thank him for not just what we are about to do here, but a lot of we have done together. Somebody mentioned to me the other day that they can't really see the synergy between Dr. Siebert and Dr. Walker. And of course, I indicated that you're not looking very hard. But anyway, first I want to thank the students that are here today doing their posters. And I still encourage you to go around and talk to them. They have done a very, very good job, fantastic job. We want to give them a round of applause. As I mentioned to somebody the other day, this morning I was looking at the posters and I said, these students don't joke. They are very serious students. And I have to agree with the president that they are the best students that you will come across here in this United States. This Clean Trip project, how did this come about? Well, one day, Dr. Siebert, who I always tell him that I think you take too much on your plate. And as I was about to say to him, I think I'm going to have to relieve some of this burden, he said to me, no, Dr. Walker, what I need to do is eat a little bit faster. So I had no choice but to listen to him, and he told me about this project. He got this idea, was presented to him by a Miss Zoha Momin from Plano, Texas, Toyota Plano, Texas, encouraging him to get in touch with me so we can respond to this, I'm going to call it RFA right now. We then set up a campus-wide committee to include representatives from community and regional planning, environmental science, engineering, business, and we also included our BET friends, our BTS friend, Bulldog Transport System. That is Mr. Marshall Chembwezi. He was very, very instrumental in this too. We decided on the approach we wanted to take, and we decided who among us should be spearheading this effort. Well, Dr. Siebert, of course, putting this in my lap, I think I had a right to put something back in his lap. So I said, well, Dr. Siebert, you're going to be the main writer where this is concerned. We're going to sit down, we're going to talk about the ideas, you're going to pen it out, and we're going to sit down, we're going to be working with this until we get it to where we want it to be. We reviewed, and subsequently we submitted it back to Toyota, and I was very, very shocked. Not that we got it, the speed at which we got it. It came very, very fast. And so when we were told that we were successful in our bid, and we were told that we were the only school or the only university that was named where this is concerned, there are going to be 4, but the other 3 are not yet named, Alabama A&M University became the forerunners. You know, I was really, really pleased about that. So basically, we will be bringing green mobility to Alabama A&M University and surrounding communities. Our students, they will receive scholarships, and also with faculty advisors, will provide the bulk of the outcomes on this project. Our expectations are that in the long run, our campus will, and I'm asking for the blessing of the president and the provost and the other administrators where this is concerned, with this effort, this campus will start relying on green energy so that we can become much more efficient and our students can become much more educated in this endeavor. We are projecting the installation of electric vehicles and charging stations on this campus, along with the collaboration with BTS and the effort of Mr. Chembwezi and the full involvement of our major partner, Toyota. We are hoping to transform the campus in terms of green energy consumption. That, again, I can only do, or we can only do with the blessings of our leadership. I think I have gotten that go ahead, and so I am not fearful of moving in that direction. You know, I was told the other day that the College of Agricultural, Life and Natural Sciences have expanded in such a way that now we've gone off into the transport business. Well, we've been in the transport business for a long time, it's just that some people weren't noticing. I would like to then thank a few people. Again, I want to thank the president and the provost for their indulgence where this is concerned and their support. I would like to thank Dr. Siebert, of course, Dean Smith and Glenn, Drs. Bernice Herbert, Jacob Oliowe, Larry McDonald, and Win Chang for their cooperation and input. I also want to say a special thanks to Mr. Joseph Lee, who heads up the AAMU CDC. We envisage a major effort and involvement from this entity. We invite our students to engage our Toyota friends today seek information from them. And I'm sure that this information will affect your future, and soon we will have our scholarship recipients in place, and this project will be in full stride. I was talking to the president of Toyota, and we were discussing the possibilities down the road. We know we got obligations here. We have to deliver. We will deliver. And when we really deliver, we expect more cooperation. We expect bigger involvement. We expect things so big here that other universities should come here and say, how do you guys do this? And what do you guys do to get this done? We don't think small around here. At this point, I want to recognize some of the people from Toyota who have not been mentioned and who we have been working with. So if Kim and the other folks, if you don't mind, just stand, if you could. They're here. Kim, give a round of applause, please. They have worked very hard with us, you know, and so the fact that we're here today is mostly because of them. And I thank you all for indulging me, and I will be around to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. We have to thank Dr. Patty. I told Dr. Patty I'll simply call her Dr. Patty, because this is her program. She's the one who opened up and give us, she said, maybe I can spare an hour for you. But it seems as if we're on time. We're exactly on time. So right now what we would like to do is to tell all the students out here, the Toyota team will be here for the rest of the day. Most of them. They already have set up outside. They would like for everyone to stop by, communicate with them. They will let you know about co-ops, internships, scholarships, jobs. So please do stop by the Toyota team and speak with them. So at this moment, we would like to say thank you to the STEM committee for helping us out. I think there's one name there, Dr. Walker. I didn't give it to him, and my apologies. That's Dr. Wubashet Tedesi, who is part of this program also. And I don't know if, I think Dr. Walker mentioned everyone else who's part of this program. This is a project, this is student-driven. It is not the professors who are going to go out there to do fulfill the objectives. The professors will be in the background, and the students will be dispersed to go and get the job done. Scholarships, very soon, you'll get all the information where you can apply. Thank you very much.